Why? There's only one game I can think of that starts with Y, and I don't have it. Must be able to do something. How about a game with Y in the title somewhere? It's the best I've got, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see now. Why? Ah! Hands up if you've heard of this one. Yeah, no, this doesn't start with a Y, but I've wanted to revisit this one for ages, and a Y is just a V with a stick. It was always a great day for DOS gaming when I used to go to my granddad's house. While we had a modern XP PC at home, he had but a crusty old banger running Millennium Edition. As such, I could play such classics as Megapede and Cheesy Invaders, both games I've covered on the channel, as well as Virtual Snooker. Inexplicably, it was a copied disc inside a legit jewel case. Work that one out. Virtual Snooker is a snooker game set in a virtual environment. That's really about it. Anyone after a brief review can safely stop here. But there's a little more to it than that. I think the main thing with a game like this is the physics. If they're not absolutely spot on, you have a deal breaker on your hands. Well, I can happily report that the physics are very lifelike indeed, as verified by my dad, who plays snooker an awful lot more than I do. To add to this, there are a handful of videos presented by snooker legend Steve Davis, demonstrating pro tips for improving your snooking. These can theoretically be applied in the game itself, allowing you to practice even if you don't have a table to hand. I say theoretically because the graphics don't really lend themselves to accurate snooker playing. All the balls are completely flat with no shading whatsoever, meaning it's hard to judge where the ball is in relation to, say, the nearest pocket. There are many situations where the ball looks like it's heading in the right direction, only to bounce off right at the last second. Same with trying to do trick shots. I thought it was just me. I'm a bit crap at snooker in real life, so I've no hope really. But I drafted my dad in to play a bit, and he found it just as difficult. Not sure what that proves, but make of that what you will. There is a practice mode where you can pop balls in any order you like and move the ball around at will. However, it just leaves you to your own devices. I feel that there could have been more to help novice players improve the game, even if there was just the option to see where the ball was going and what effect it'd have on impact. The tutorials are no use. They're more for setting up the game rather than tricks and techniques. There's not much going on in the audio department, which is why I didn't bother recording it. It's just snooker balls clonking against each other. Graphically it does a job, but it's a bit dated to say that it was released in 1996. Once again, I feel like they could have done more to make the balls look actually 3D with the technology of the time, even if they were just pre-rendered. The Need for Speed was released the year before, and Tomb Raider and Quake came out the same year. The AI is also very inconsistent. They'll take difficult shots with no trouble at all, but hand them an easy ball and they'll miss every time. They'll also make some questionable decisions, such as this display that I spotted during the demo mode. No idea what that's all about. Despite all its shortcomings though, Virtual Snooker is a pretty good game, and the physics are the main reason for that. I'd recommend giving it a bash, but it's hard to get going on modern systems, even through the magic of emulation. However, the developers Solaris are still making sequels to this day, so I'll probably give Virtual Pool 4 a go instead. Verdict:
so when you're playing Virtual Snooker, start off as you would if you were standing around a snooker table, high up, and then come down with a mouse, into position, and line up the shot exactly, with a picture of what you've seen before in your mind.